Have you ever wondered how to break out of that poverty mindset, how to save more money, how to increase your wealth, how to be able to know where to invest? In this video, I'm going to give you a clear path as far as how to create wealth, little to no money, how to be able to get out of debt in a faster rate without having to make millions of dollars to be able to do that. Honestly, this book have really changed my whole viewpoint on relationship with money. I don't care what other gurus have to say. People say don't get out of debt, other people say get out of debt. The right ethical thing to do is get out of debt, and you'll be able to do that little by little without having to become a millionaire. There's so much information out there and we don't even know which way to turn to. This is a sign for you. There has been tens of thousands of people who got out of debt with what they had and also saved far more money without having to take on another job or just having all this stress to be able to become a millionaire right now. You don't have to be a millionaire to be able to get out of debt. You can still get out of debt little by little, and I'm going to show you how to be able to do that and also create wealth. And hear me, even the people that are making millions of dollars does not make them wealthy. There's a difference between money and actual true wealth. Just because they're making all this money, you also have to see how much debt that they are in. So it doesn't matter how much money you make, whether you're a multi-billionaire or someone that is making $1 per month, it doesn't matter. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. As soon as I am a millionaire, Natalie, I will invest. I will get rid of all my debt. Good luck with that, because the next day you're gonna catch yourself spending a yacht or a big house or another car that you don't need, and you're gonna be right back into debt because the habit is still there. If you wanna grow your wealth, it's little by little, not by instant gratification. It's not fun working around the clock, being so exhausted just to like become that millionaire and get out of debt. Get out of debt with what you have right now, and it's by percentages, not by dollar signs, not what you were taught in school, not what you were taught somewhere else. It's all here. I'm literally gonna tell you the formula right now. So every time you get a paycheck, 10% of that paycheck, if you don't know how to do math, take out the calculator, goes to wealth, whether it's like a savings or a brokerage account. The faster you think you can create wealth, the faster you're going to not have it anymore. And I say that from my experience. At one point in my life, I was making so much money. I thought I was like the best thing in the world. Like no one can have this great life like I do. Next thing you know, it was taken away from me. If you lose a job, where's the money gonna come now? If the business goes down, where's the money gonna be coming from? You need something outside that doesn't require much of your time to be able to grow your wealth. We cannot always rely on one source of income because we can't rely all eggs in one basket. Another 10% goes to your debt if you're in debt. Now notice I didn't say take all that paycheck and put it into your debt, because you're still living paycheck to paycheck. Obviously you still have people to feed. I'm pretty sure you have a mortgage. But Natalie, that's almost like, that's a lot. That's a lot of percentage of a paycheck. First of all, let's be real. Like, why is it that you have a big house? Why do you have all these expenses? It's getting so real with yourself. I know people like have like 5 different memberships and they still have to live paycheck to paycheck. It's like with the little things. Even if you're spending like $5 at Starbucks, this is about your life, building wealth, and saying no. You don't need instant gratification. Instant gratification is just for the moment, and then you're gonna look back and you're gonna look at your bank statement and then your paycheck and all this kind of stuff, and you're like, damn, I really need to get better in this. I must get better in this. Another percent, if you obviously want to be a contributor to the world, and whatever you give out you will receive back 100-fold, is giving to a cause that matters to you. I know for me, 10% I give back to the sex trade, because doing what you can, that grows, that far exceeds, and you can help out more people that way, but the people that really can't help themselves, not someone that has arms and legs and can get to work tomorrow. You don't help those people. If you actually have a heart and you want to give 10% because you know it's actually a financial principle, and we know millionaires today, well, at least some of them, but the actual wealthy millionaires, they give. But Natalie, I don't have enough money to give. I have to give to myself first. You're just gonna be in this rat race constantly. When you give 10%, it does something within you, but not even that. Your income is going to increase. That's just a universal law that I can't explain it. It just works. 10%, that's nothing. If you do that little by little, you're going to see an increase in your life, in your paycheck, in your money. Again, if you don't know where to go, there's so many causes in the link below that I have in the description here. Give that a try. You're not committing to anything, but hey, you're actually contributing to your community. I'm hoping that all of this is starting to make sense to you. If you're tired of being sick and tired of having something to own you, start owning it by first of all getting this book. The moment you get this book, I want you to let me know in the comments below. You hear? I'm serious. Oh Lord. 70% is bills and operating account, which is your checking account. So 70% of your bills. So you're living below your means. I have friends as well who live below their means, and it's a beautiful thing. It really is. When nothing owns you, you are in freedom. Natalie, but I live above my bills. We already covered that earlier in this video. Why do you have all these stuff for? For what? You want to be able to print out your bank statement and see where all your money is going. It's not going to happen overnight, because the moment we think it's going to happen overnight, we're going to get right back into it. We obviously don't want to be like in this rat race, right? Pretty sure you don't want to be in that way anymore. So again, recap: 10% giving, 10% wealth, 10% debt, 70% you're living off of 70%. This book has really changed my relationship with money, because I was only taught to work hard and save all my money. I didn't really know where to invest into. I really didn't know how to grow my wealth. This book is going to show you how to make money your slave rather than vice versa. And it's such a simple formula to follow. Again, this book is like so thin. You may think like having to grow wealth must be the most complicated thing in the world. It's not. It's just a few simple tricks here and there that we were not taught in school. We were obviously not taught by our parents, and if you were, kudos to you, but majority of us have not. All I knew was just to work hard and save money. I mean, I had money saved in the bank, but saving doesn't create wealth. A percentage of your money does have to have it grow without you being there. My relationship with money has changed. I no longer just save. I am having money as my slave, just learning about assets, where to invest, and I needed this type of training because, again, I couldn't get it anywhere else, and now I'm able to learn exactly where to invest into, where it's growing for me. I do believe like when people are getting themselves into debt or they don't have enough money in the bank, is because it's all habits. Debt is a habit. Not having enough money in the bank is a habit. Not money working for you or making it your slave is a habit. What you have now, you can increase it by such a simple formula as this. I do recommend that you do get it. The link is in the description for you to go over it, get it, start a book club, whatever it is that you need to do in order to create your wealth with what you have, and you can definitely be able to do that. It's one thing to become debt free, but it's also a whole nother ball game to stay debt free, and this helps you to stay debt free, because we all know the stresses of life, just being in debt, and that's not such an ethical way to live life. Living an ethical life is being able to pay people back, but sometimes we may think that we don't have enough to pay people back, because here's the deal: you can become a millionaire tomorrow and you can get out of debt with that $1 million. You're gonna get back into debt because the habit is still there. Have that foundation built in first in order for you just not to get out of debt and then get back into debt. Before I found this book, I was already debt free, thankfully, and I stayed debt free because I just don't want those stresses of life to control my life. I want money to work for me. I want money to be my slave. I was working hard, but I was just relying on one source of income. This book has helped me to find direction as far as where to put a percentage of my money for it to grow without me. That's having money being your slave. I was saving a lot of money, but it was not growing at all. It was just sitting in a bank account, 0.1% interest every year wasn't gonna cut it for me. So I knew I had to do something different, take this whole money game serious in order for me to grow my wealth. Even 60-year-olds apply this. Just because you make $1 million doesn't make you wealthy. If you spend more than what you make, you're not wealthy. Most of millionaires, they're broke because they don't have money work for them. They have to like perform constantly to be able to keep up with debt, with the business expenses, with mortgages, financing cars, all this kind of stuff. Just because they make $1 million does not make them a millionaire. If they spend more than $1 million, they're just as broke, because all that it is a habit. But if you have multiple sources of income growing for you without you being there, that's wealth. That is living such a wealthy, abundant life. And I want to make sure that you have your hands in this book to be able to have that. What I've learned from this society is that the more that they make their money, the faster they spend it, or much bigger their debt is. I have an online store. That's one source of income. The link is in the description below if you want to see what all that I do sell in my shopping store. I'm so thankful that I decided to embark on, because now it's paying me every single month with something that I've done like 4 years ago. I do stocks. I did not know nothing about investments, nothing about stocks until I got my hands on this book. I don't do crypto. I don't do Bitcoin. I'm wanting to grow my YouTube channel as well, having that being another source of income. When you grow a YouTube channel, you have multiple sources of income. You're not just relying on YouTube AdSense. You have sponsorship money, affiliate money, you have other things that that you're selling on there, that would be an example. That's money working for you, legacy for yourself, for you and your family, and for many generations to come, because this life is not just about us. We want to be able to create generational wealth and obviously teach our family the exact same thing, because like the world is not going to get any better. Obviously, you know the numbers, you know the statistics that is out there regarding people being in debt, trillions and trillions of dollars. Working hard isn't enough. Like, I'm sure you know a lot of people who work hard but they're just like getting by. It's about working smart. This is going to help you to work smart, because working smart is having money working for you, rather you vice versa. Even if you are in business, you don't want that business to own you, now do you? Instead of the business owning you, you owning it. You owning your time, you owning the money. When people talk about, you know, I live paycheck to paycheck, let's face the facts. People who have to live paycheck to paycheck and they're working hard and are working around the clock and they're exhausted, is that they have to look at what they're spending. If we look at our spending being higher than what we make, that's when we are a slave to money. That's what living paycheck to paycheck is. And oftentimes, making more money is not gonna make it any better. When people make more money, they get far more into debt, and it's just a mess. Sometimes making more money isn't the answer. Yes, I do believe like you should be making more money, but let's figure out the habit first. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. I met a couple of people that they make great money, but they own like a big house, phenomenal cars, their lifestyle is phenomenal, they're great, and they have huge debt. And they would come and tell me and say, first I want to get out of debt, and then I'm gonna look into invest. There's a huge problem with that, because yes, they can get out of debt, but they're gonna come right back into debt because the habit of spending is still there. The consumer mindset is still there. People in that situation, no matter what situation, you can get out of debt, you can save far more money with what you have. It's all about habit. For me, I live in true wealth. I have built a system, a formula around my life that is simple in a way that money works for me, and I tell it where to go, I tell it what to do, because money has always a place to go. It's about us being the governor of our own finances and tell it where to go. Look at our bank statement. Are we spending more than what we make? If the answer is yes, we are a slave to money. If the answer is yes, we are living paycheck to paycheck. I don't want a mortgage right now. I don't need it. I'm not going to do it just because my friend looks cooler than me if they have it. I'm pretty sure all my friends have a house by now. I don't have a house. In fact, I don't even care to have a house right now. What I care is growing my wealth. That's more important to me, because by the time I do own a house, I have cash flow coming in for me where I tell the cash flow what to do, and I own it. So it's not about looks, it's not about all these things, it's not about the society, it's about what's important to you. And this is such a simple formula to follow. Even a 5th grader can do this. You can reciprocate. Again, get this video, get this book. It's in the description below. Let me know in the comments you got it. I'm super duper excited for you to break off that poverty mindset, finally starting growing wealth for yourself. No matter what race, background you're coming from, you are able to be wealthy right now. Actual true wealth. There's a difference between money and actual true wealth, and this is going to be able to cover all of that. And if you are wondering why I had Bebe here, why I have my little puppy here, is because I want to increase my retention levels on my watch time. So you are in a trap, but no, I'm just kidding. What's more important, I want to make sure that you're getting results in your life by getting this book, reading it, applying it. You don't just read it once, you read it multiple times, because we can be hard-headed and we need something to reference back on. So keep this book alongside you. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life, and you're going to write me an email how this book impacted your relationship with money, how you were able to invest, get out of debt with what you have, and also being able to grow your wealth on the side without you having to like work around the clock or be exhausted and living paycheck to paycheck. So if you're excited for all of that, get this book. Again, make sure you like this video. If you found this video helpful, share it to people that definitely needs direction and guidance in their life. Make sure you share it with them, and make sure you watch this video next as well, because it is also going to help you be able to learn how to communicate with other people in a way that it's effective, and also being able to learn how to save money, grow your wealth on the side, all that great stuff, being able to have success in every area of your life. So make sure you go watch that next. Thank you, I appreciate you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Make sure you comment, like, and share, subscribe, notification. Did I hit all of them? Yes. Love you so much. Super excited for you and your results and your transformation.